Welcome to Good Morning Football. We're live in Times Square. This is NFL Experience, our new home. 4 floors of NFL goodness for each and every team. All the Super Bowl rings are here. They have their own Lombardi trophy. You can take a picture, a selfie with it. It's pretty awesome. And you never know who's going to show up. Doug Marrone strolls in.
Yeah.
Tony Dungy was reading the kids here last week with his wife. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's a great place. It's Disneyland for football. That's
Disneyland for football. Peter Schrager, Kyle Brandt, Nate Burleson. My name's Kay Adams. And we had preseason action last night, gentlemen. It's underway. We have a quadruple header tomorrow, but let's kick things off with 2 of the most historic franchises in all of football. What happened at Lambeau?
Let's go to Lambeau, okay?
In Lambeau, on Lambeau, at Lambeau? I don't know.
On Lambeau. That's how you play. On
Aaron
the field.
Rodgers on the field. It feels so good to see him there. He's healthy, and guys, he looks great. Devontae Adams here on a slant play, and he just goes. And this is what's going to be an important combination this season. When you lose Jordy Nelson, you have to look at Devontae Adams as the #1. He looked good. But then Rodgers looking nimble. Would he be gun shy after the collarbone injury? As I look at here, this is against a Steelers defense. I was looking to hit him, but Rodgers evades the sack and gets there for 5 yards. But if you are a Packers fan, you are excited this morning because of this guy. 6'6", fresh off a strong season with Russell Wilson in Seattle. Jimmy Graham might be the best red zone target that Aaron Rodgers has ever had, and they connected on one pass. It was a touchdown, and it looked beautiful. Rodgers throwing away from his body, Graham full extension. This could be something to watch all season long.
Goodness.
Mason Rudolph is the quarterback that was starting in this game. Obviously, Ben Roethlisberger did not play, and Landry Jones took the night off. So there's Mason Rudolph out of Oklahoma State, the early round draft pick. Here he's looking, and this is what you call a veteran on a rookie. Tremont Williams has been in the league a long time. He intercepts this ball. He goes 25 yards for the opening score of the game on a pick 6. Rudolph clearly not thrilled with what happened there. He goes to the sideline where Mike Tomlin and Ben Roethlisberger are discussing what just took place. 2 drives later, Steelers down 14-7. Who wants a little juju in their life?
Yeah.
Juju in traffic cuts the lead to 14 to ties the game up here with this one. He finds a fan in the crowd. There's a hug, and Mason Rudolph, there's the eye. All right, how we doing? But it was all about his college teammate, James Washington. This guy was a young player. He's a rookie for the Steelers. Who's going to be the guy to fill in for Martavis Bryant? There's a long list of players. Maybe it's James Washington. And with catches like that, you are making the case. That is a legit 19-yard touchdown grab over a defender. The Steelers would trail after missing the 2-point conversion, but they are excited about James Washington there. 4th quarter, Steelers down 51-28. Josh Dobbs connects with James Washington, who makes another nice grab here. This is one where he comes back, and these are 2 excellent touchdown passes that you would say from a veteran receiver. This is a rookie playing with backup quarterbacks. Steelers cut the lead from that to 51.
They got Antonio, Juju, and they got this dude.
And they got that guy.
They're loaded.
Packers are expecting a lot out of Josh Jackson, their 2nd-round pick. He was a 1st-round prospect that slipped to the 2nd round. He gets a pick 6
Your
in this
hands
one.
on that
Hey.
one, right?
Taking one, and that is just all hands. Great play by Josh Jackson. Intercepts the route, goes all the way. The Packers would win in a game that saw 85 points. So bad at that.
All right,
85 points in a preseason game. Packers fans excited. Steelers fans saw stuff out of their rookie wide receiver, James Washington. Here's Packers coach Mike McCarthy talking about it after the game.
The biggest thing, the goal tonight with Aaron in that first drive was to get the ball in the end zone. So, and I thought we did a nice job of that. Obviously, had good field position, and try to feature Jimmy there a little bit with a couple calls, but I was pleased with his time on the field.
Strakes talked about it before we ever saw it on the field, but we did see it. Aaron Rodgers connecting with Jimmy Graham for 6. Could be a regular thing this season. He, of course, a huge red zone target. 10 touchdowns for Seattle, despite some inconsistencies on their offense. And, no Jordy Nelson, a guy who Aaron Rodgers quite liked. A perfect match for the quarterback trying to make it to get his 2nd Super Bowl ring. All right, more preseason action to get to, though. Nick Foles and the Eagles visiting Tom Brady and the Patriots in a Super Bowl 52 rematch.
You are right, Kay. And there he is, number 12. Last time we saw him, he was throwing for 500 yards against the Eagles. Jim Schwartz must hate Tom Brady. I mean, because he just picked up right where he left off. Started kind of slow. James White right off the bat. Next play, James White again. One of these classic Patriots who makes big plays. 3 in a row, guys. We went to James Sweet Feet White just marching right down the field. Brady sharp, Brady efficient, and then red zone 4 plays later, stepping up, helmet or higher. Nate, Chris Hogan, what do you got?
This is ridiculous. If you look at the route alone, you would think he's running a post corner. But it's not a post corner. He's running a simple slant route. And check it out. Brady steps up in the pocket, which essentially gets these guys into scramble mode. Once he goes into scramble mode, you have to uncover. Watch Hogan. Goes inside, immediately turns out seamlessly into another route. That's why these guys are so special, and they dapping each other up, because this is just everyday business.
We talk camels and cutter and coordinators, and Garoppolo comes out in his first drive. He's 5 for 5 with a touchdown. Then he picks up again. This is the second quarter. That's Jacob Hollister.
He's still playing?
Yeah, he still plays. 41 years old. And by the way, he's still playing. He's not going anywhere. He plays the whole half. Spoiler alert. He plays the whole half. Threw 26 passes in this game. They dropped him back, including one to James White for the 20-yard touchdown. The Patriots in the game are beating up on the world champs. They're up 27-7. The Eagles defense looked as helpless as they did in the Super Bowl. There was no Brandon Graham moments.
A message sent?
I think it was personal for Brady. I don't care what it is of the preseason of the Super Bowl. He came out and was great. Now, Nick Foles. Guy didn't make a mistake in the Super Bowl. And there's no other way to say it. He looked off in this game. He looked flat. He didn't look sharp. He did not look like himself at all. They tried all the RPO, all the stuff that made Foles Foles. Just kind of missed early, missed often. 3 and out on the opening drive. Then the next possession comes out. Pat Chung gets him. He hung in the pocket for a while. Patrick Chung finds him from the secondary, and then he's going to come back in the field again. Very next possession, guys. They're down 7-0 at this point. Just gets rocked by Adam Butler out of the SEC Vanderbilt, second-year guy, forced to punt again. The Eagles' offense was not right. I'm sure they'll get there. We're going to have to talk about what Wentz's role plays, especially after the injury. And the injury, what I mean is, new Patriot Adrian Claiborne is a spot shadowed. Very awkward as Foles looks to throw. The ball is scooped and scored by Jawan Bentley, 54-yard touchdown, which put the Eagles down 17-0. But everybody kind of held their breath, because this is Nick Foles. While you have your franchise quarterback with an injured knee, or a recovering knee rather, he immediately grabbed his elbow, and there was concern about his elbow immediately. Is this a big deal? Is it not? Last we've heard was that it is a shoulder strain. So following that story, stay tuned. It does not appear to be cataclysmic, however. Eagles went on to win the game. Nick Foles, everyone wants to know across the whole league, what happened out there, man?
You know, I was getting ready to throw a deep ball, and it got grabbed as I was falling through, so it sort of got a little strained. So, you know, was with the trainers. You know, I'll go in tomorrow, get treatment on it, and sort of go from there. But, you know, it feels all right. It feels pretty good. Hopefully there's no issues.
That's what Eagles fans are saying this morning. Different story for Nick Foles against the Patriots this time around. Stakes are a little bit lower. The Eagles dominant on third down. In Super Bowl 52, they were held in check just last night. Looking at those 2 games, the highlights we just saw, and of course we've got Packers and Steelers just ahead. We'll show you those highlights as we continue to break down what happened last night, and look forward to preseason action tomorrow with a quadruple header right here on NFL Network. Nate, who won the night?
All right, sometimes in the preseason, a guy that's in front of you will go down, and oftentimes you feel like a winner, even though you feel bad for the person that's in front of you. But that's the name of the game, right? Injuries, they happen. They're inevitable. So whoever is the backup is going to have to step up. So in this case, for the Philadelphia Eagles, it's the backup to the backup. And I would say Nate Sudfeld, he won the night. I mean, not only is he in a situation right now where all of a sudden you could be the starter week 1. I don't want to be overdramatic, but who's to say that Carson Wentz is ready? And if Nick Foles is ready, Nate Sudfeld must be ready. And not only is he in the position right now to be the number 2 as Nick Foles heals up, he played a really good game. He was 22 for 39. He threw a ton of rocks. He threw for 300 yards, 3 TDs, and 1 interception. Listen, this is your 2016 6th-round draft pick. And he is in a position right now where you can make a name for yourself, kid. Forget about everything else. Forget about being the backup to the backup, the third stringer that sometimes doesn't dress and is oftentimes on the sideline holding a clipboard. Now you have a chance. You have a chance to make your mark. I know he's going to play a ton in this preseason, right? So how about you put your resume out there and show the rest of the world that you can light things up. And if you get an opportunity in the regular season, because Carson Wentz still isn't ready, Nick Foles isn't ready, you go up and you show up and show out. This is a unique opportunity, and this is your chance, kid. Shout out to Nate out there. Nate's out there doing big things.
Man.
What we love about the preseason. We love that. If you guys have things we might have missed in last night's game as far as who won the night, give us your opinions at #GMFB. I'm going to say last night I watched these games, saw some of the highlights, and then I handed over Mr. Bezos about $20 for resistance bands that I'll hopefully be getting because I'm a Prime member today. And I decided I'm going to give up acidic foods. No more pineapple for this girl. I'm going to eat everything that's alkalizing. I'm not going to eat strawberries. And I'm going to eat 18 avocados a day because I want to be Tom Brady.
Okay,
he
all right.
won the night. 41 is the new 27. He was out there dealing with who out there? He doesn't even have Julian Edelman for the first 4 weeks. He was out there a little bit. James White. Everybody who's writing off James White because we paid Sony Michel. We drafted him at a premium this year. Nope. 6 for 61. And a touchdown. Hogan out there making plays. We're making so much about the wide receivers. He went out there and executed perfectly, throwing 26 times. Alex Smith, a new quarterback last night with an entirely new offense, with your star rookie running back going down, had like 8 passes. 8 pass attempts,
One drive.
completed 6 of them. One drive, sat on the bench. I didn't want to see that. I don't want to see Brady. What are you going to do in the third game? Yeah. What's the encore to this? I'm sure there was some personal vendetta, but it's hard, and I feel a little stupid for maybe keeping him out of my top 3 on my fantasy quarterbacks list, because how can you keep that sort of play off of that?
And an angry Tom Brady is
without Gronk on the field.
Yeah.
Listen, Tom Brady went down the field methodically. It reminded me of Denzel on Training Day when he's like, how you want it? I'm surgical with this. And he was. He's surgical with the ball in his hand. Unbelievable.
The real winner, though, that was my honorable mention. Did you guys see this guy?
Who?
What do we got?
An Eagles fan. Eagles fans, we love you. Spent $1,000 to rent this and fly it over the link.
Was it worth it?
Let it go.
It seems like a reasonable price.
41 to 33. Philly, Super Bowl.
I give you 1,000 reasons why you don't do that, because you could get blown out in this game. And that's
Yeah, I wouldn't. What would be the regular
this
season
wasn't even
game
at
rate?
the link. This is at Gillette.
Let
Which
it go.
makes it a little.
Bad.
Which
Yeah.
makes
That
it
was
nice.
Gillette Airspace?
Yeah, Gillette
It's a good
Airspace.
troll.
It's pretty good.
Take
And then
the
they got
high
blown
road.
out in the game.
Eagles, we get it. We get it. You won. You guys are the man.
Yeah.
But take the high road for now. You got the ring. Like, let's just chill out, man.
We got
Just
the
chill
Foles
out.
Brady handshake shakes.
Yeah, they shook hands. Apparently that was a non-issue. Everyone said, well, but hey, Brady's back.
All right.
He's back.
I got a million follow-up questions about you giving up acid, but we got to move on. I'm telling you. There's chips and salsa has acid, Kay. You love that stuff.
Listen,
All right.
I can be like that at that age someday. Let's go.
You're right.
Okay.
Okay. I think our most popular topic in the offseason might have been Le'Veon Bell, his contract status. A really key player in the Le'Veon Bell Pittsburgh Steelers soap opera, if you will,
I like this.
had a night last night, and it's Pittsburgh Steelers running back James Conner. We've talked about him for a while. He's a Pennsylvania guy from Erie. He played at Pitt. He was prolific. And he came out last night and looked really good. So we know Le'Veon's going to show up. He's going to be fantastic. He always is. But James Conner is Le'Veon Bell's Jimmy Garoppolo. He is the next guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked really good.
Okay.
And let me just walk down memory lane a little bit. Guys who came to replace legendary running backs. It's hard to do. That's what James Conner will be tasked with, I believe, in the 2019 season. Let's go back to 1999. Barry Sanders hangs him up out of nowhere. The Detroit Lions look to Greg Hill to replace Barry Sanders. He finished with 2 touchdowns and then never played in the league after that season. 2003, Emmitt Smith goes to the Arizona Cardinals. The Cowboys go to Troy Hembrick. Troy Hembrick did his thing. He did as best he could. He had 5 touchdowns. Didn't play for the Cowboys ever after that season. The standard, in my opinion, comes from 2006 when Falk is done with the St. Louis Rams, and in comes this monster from Oregon State, Steven Jackson, who was prolific. Guys, he caught 90 balls at one point for the Rams. He had a massive statistical career. That is what the standard is that James Conner is chasing. He is waiting. He is kind of like that thoroughbred you're going to keep over to the side, the next man up. When Le'Veon's gone, it is James Conner time, and he gave Steelers fans a flash last night of who's going to tote the rock in 2019 He won.
He looks
showed up.
unbelievable.
He was on the sidelines for an American Flag Football League game. When we were in Pittsburgh, he was staying near Pittsburgh to work out, train, condition, get back. And he has so much respect for the team and the organization and Le'Veon Bell, but he doesn't, I feel like, know what time it is. He doesn't want the opportunity that he can have.
I feel like last year he didn't have the season
Got a
they were
little injured.
hoping. He got hurt. This year he's healthy. That's good. I'm going to go to the Packers, and I'm not going to talk Rodgers, Graham, or Devontae Adams. We know what we're getting with them. Who's going to be the other wide receiver? Who's going to be the next guy to stand up? We know that Geronimo Allison is on the roster. We talked about Marquez Valdez-Scantling on the show last week. There's a kid in camp right now who's turning heads named Jake Kumerow. I want to talk about Jake Kumerow, who had 3 catches for 114 yards and a touchdown last night. And he has the flow that I envy, that long hair. This guy has a look, guys, and he's not a flash-in-the-pan rookie. What his deal is, he has had the NFL journey, the experience. Jake Kumerow was with the Bengals for 2 years, jumping back and forth on the practice squad. He was with the Patriots last year. His dad is Eric Kumerow, who's a former first-round pick of the Dolphins. He's from local Wisconsin Whitewater, but here's the best part. He's Joey Bosa's first cousin. All right, he's from this football family, and Aaron Rodgers really likes him. They've been talking to Rodgers about the receivers. He's been saying that we need everyone to step up, but he has been talking up Jake Kumaro. Again, Wisconsin Whitewater.
Yeah, sure.
Been around, jumped around. He might have a place with the Packers, and last night he was a star in what was an offense that put up 51 points. I'm excited for Jake Kumaro. Get in the jersey. I'm in.
Love that. Let's switch gears here because we've got games tonight. We had highlights we're showing all show long, but we have a weekend packed with preseason action tonight. The Bills taking on the Browns. It's a game that you can see right here, 7:30 Eastern on NFL Network. And in honor of that game, we like to share our one thing to watch to kick it off. The thing that I'm looking for is Corey Coleman. What is he going to look out? He looked like he was very interesting on Hard Knocks, where he wasn't happy about his status on the team. I don't know if the coaches were happy with him because he got traded. Take a look.
What's happening, sports fan?
Why am I running second team?
What you said?
Why am I running second team? That's crazy to me.
Go get started and go ask Todd. And then come back and tell me.
If you don't want me to play, why won't y'all just trade me?
Nate, what'd you say?
It just sounds entitled for you to go in and approach the coach and say, why am I running on the second team? When, not saying that he's dropping every ball, but it was out there that he wasn't having the best preseason, the best training camp. So I come from the cloth where if you drop some rocks, you go out there and change the coach's perception. You don't walk in the office and ask him, why am I running on the second team? You make him put you on the first team.
Missed 13 games in the last 2 seasons, out there with a great opportunity. 2 quarterbacks looking good so far in preseason action. They trade the 15th overall pick from the Browns, where he found his new home, and it looks like he's getting along pretty well with his new quarterback. Let's take a look at Twitter, please.
We got on Twitter.
Hashtag GMFB with your tweets, but the Bills tweeting this out. This is beautiful. So this is the Corey Coleman revenge game. Gorgeous pass. Somehow he catches it. He doesn't have to, talk back to his coach like he did in Hard Knocks and say, I caught it.
It's the revenge season.
He did.
It's the revenge season. Sometimes you need a new place.
He's got Zay there. He's got Kelvin. Don't sleep on the receiving core with the Bills.
It's a great spot.
Yeah, and I'm going to pick up right where you left off, Kay. I'm going to look at the receiving core for the Browns, the guys who are left, because we saw Callaway do his thing, and we saw that he's had some issues off the field and whatnot. There's these 2 things we're waiting on with the Cleveland Browns that are very, very exciting. The first of which, we don't know what's going on with Josh Gordon, all right? There's all kinds of updates and things online I'm not even going to get into, but he's sitting there waiting. We know that the Browns front office and the coaches are checking their phone up to the minute saying, when is Josh getting here? And no one knows. He's down in Florida. He's been in incredible shape. We're waiting on Josh. And then the other one, we ran the picture earlier in the show. As Bryant goes to Cleveland, he's met by Browns fans. He is signing Browns helmets. And that's what we're looking forward to. We could, by the end of the show, we could hear that Dez is wearing the 88. And let me just say, if it's Baker or it's Tyrod, whatever it is, and they're back in the shotgun, and they're going to spread them out, and it's Jarvis, and it's Josh, and it's Dez, and it's Njoku, that is not a joke. And no pun intended. Like
not
that,
Njoku.
That is loaded, and that is scary. And by the end of the day today, we could be talking about it. So I'm looking at that game in particular because I think maybe a little catalyst for that happening will be if the Browns receivers underperform, or if Tyrod or Baker need some help. We'd be like, let's get Dez, Josh, it's time, let's go, because that is a gauntlet there. I'm excited for it.
Where's Dez on this list?
That's what I'm saying,
He's
right?
30. He's 29.
He loves Dez.
Love that. All right, that is what to look forward to tonight. There's a quadruple